capture footage.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
You are so pretty. I love your legs. It's okay.
Say it again. Everybody wave for the selfie.
Hey,
Hey! Just don't poke anyone in the eye.
nice job today, Reggie.
What do you want to know? 2 kids, below-knee amputee, rode the horse on Saturday, bareback, in the backyard.
Tell me how you feel about today's meeting.
I think the meeting today went wonderful. We were represented from Alaska to Kentucky. So many states were there. People were there from everywhere, and it was fabulous. My heartstrings were tugged so many times.
Why are you going to Washington for the rally in front of the HHS building?
Because there's so many people that can't be here, and I am able to be here because I'm not on Medicare, but I know my insurance company will do whatever Medicare does. So I'm supporting everybody else.
Tonight?
You want to stay in DC?
No, that's what I want to do.
How do you guys think the meeting went today?
I think it went really well. Some real powerful testimonies were given today about what these changes could mean for future prosthetic devices for amputees. So I think it went well, and hopefully this change will continue to roll forward and will make the impact that we want to make.
Do you think we can make a difference by protesting, rallying outside the HHS building in Washington, D.C.?
I'd say yes. When people aren't aware, just like people that aren't amputees aren't aware of what's going on. But when I sent out the petition for people to sign, they're all jumped on it because they don't know what they don't know. And until you spread the word, I think this will help spread the word and get it out there. But I like today about how people talked about how Medicare sets precedents for all the other private healthcare, because whatever they do, it trickles down, and it's just a matter of time. If Medicare does it, they'll all do it, and that's the point that I'm glad that people drove home today, because it's important and it will affect everybody, every amputee, not just those that are 65 and older.
How do you guys think the meeting went today?
Fantastic.
Very well.
Well represented by all sides. Community, practitioners, patients, owners, operators.
I think our voices were effectively heard.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we made a mark. Some people more than others.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I think the meeting was well represented by people of the community. I think there was an array of people from different walks of life, from your professionals in the field, from your professionals that are amputees, and from amputees that are living the life and walking it every day. Hopefully, the object of today is to be heard, and numbers rule. We got a couple of really powerful and influential people behind us, like yourself, and hopefully the right people hear what we're trying to say, and the differences are made. Right now, on this bus, there's history being made, one way or another, and we're all a part of that, and I'm grateful to be here.
Teresa, tell me a little bit about your story. How'd you become an amputee?
Okay, well, it was 13 years ago. I'm a singer-songwriter from Manhattan, New York City, and I was a pedestrian in Manhattan where I live, and was standing on the corner of 34th Street, Park Avenue, and was run down by a drunk driver of an SUV Ford Explorer at 10 to 3 in the afternoon. I became a right hip dysartic amputee, which means I have no hip joint. I was struck at my hip, lost my entire leg. I have no hip joint, no socket, I don't have the front of my pelvis. So these type of proposals would be absolutely devastating. To someone like me, I need compensation for an ankle joint, a knee joint, and a hip joint. Your hip joint's the most powerful joint in your body. I'm in the top 2% of all lower limb amputees because I've lost my hip joint. The research says that I use 200 times more energy than an able-bodied person because I've lost the hip joint. So 13 years of prosthetics, and because of the wars also, they have increased the types of componentry for someone like myself, and I'm able to have, thankfully, a functional prosthetic and a functional gait. I will never have a normal gait. Does not exist for me, will never exist for me.
Who does have a normal gait?
Absolutely.
What is the definition of a normal gait? Everybody's gait is different.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. They've lumped us into a pile, and it is so unfortunate. These proposals are they are attacking the most vulnerable of our population as Americans, and it's cruel. It's unjust, and I don't know what they're basing these new qualifications on, because they're not adequate, they're not correct. They would be such a detriment to our population, and I know from the 13 years I've been an amputee, the things I've been able to see and achieve. I've worked a lot with our military, thank God, and we are an incredible, vital, important part of American society, and it would shut us down, and to shut us down would be a sin in this country, and I pray we can do something to change this.
Well, yeah, but you asked.
How's it going?
You know, this is all about life. You know, someone born with or loses a limb has just as much dignity and humanity as someone who has all their parts.
Absolutely. Thank you, my brother.
I'm here because I'm an amputee. I lost my leg in the Boston Marathon bombing.
You said you lost your leg in the Boston Marathon bombing?
Yes, and I've come to realize how expensive and important prosthetic legs are, and in disbelief that Medicare would try to do something to take them away from amputees or make them more difficult to get. So I'm here to support other amputees and help to put a stop to the proposed changes to Medicare.
Thank you very much for being here, Heather. God bless you.
Thanks.
Limbs are not a luxury. 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 Limbs are not a luxury.
But it's a sad state. You know, I adopted a son. My son's from China. He was born missing his right hand. I brought him to America because it was the leader of prosthetics in the world. And with these cuts today, America has really taken, if these changes go into effect, America has really gone downhill and has become one of the worst prosthetics providers in the civilized part of the world. And that's a shame. We were always the leader, and now we're going to be behind everybody. So we need to get this changed.
Mark, tell me a little bit about your story.
At 35 years old, on April 15th, 2013, I pretty much stepped on the second bomb at the Boston Marathon bombing. I was instantly amputated. left limb salvage, strap metal in my heart, up through my artery, took a ride, lodged in my right atrium. I was 35 at the time. 2.5 years later, I'm still going through surgeries. I'm down actually at Walter Reed. Just got down here a few months ago. Still going through surgery, physical therapy.
You and I have a lot in common, you know, with amputations and burns as well. You know, I've burned over 35% of my body with third-degree burns. What does it mean for you to be here today in protest of some of the proposed changes to the Medicare rulings?
It means a lot for me to be here today with the you know, the changes that they're trying to make there to Medicare, because obviously other insurance companies will follow suit, and it's really going to make it difficult for a lot of people to stay healthy, to stay active. You know, I mean, I think there are other problems in the government that they could be focusing on and working on, like government corruption, number one, you know, welfare system that's, you know, going to people that are really taking advantage of it. I don't see anybody here with a leg taking advantage of it, you know.
Right.
You know, talking about necessities, you know, they don't think a leg's a necessity, I think. You know, and I think they should offer to sacrifice one of their legs if, if it's a luxury, you know.
I feel
legs a luxury, let me take this.
Got the oldest and the youngest.
The oldest and the youngest.
I'm 79, she's 9.
Still a young lady.
You're darn tootin'.
Spring chicken.
You're darn tootin'. And we both have a right leg problem, right?
Awesome.
Say no to paperwork. It's not health care.
We want to ensure that amputees all across the U.S. have access to the prosthetic funding and components that they deserve, and that they do have the potential, and they do deserve to have their potential be recognized, and for applying for prosthetic components. So it means everything.
United we stand, united we walk. Amputees matter, don't turn back the clock. United we stand, united we, come on everybody, let's go. Matter, don't turn back the clock.
We are not disabled because of our disability. We are able through our ability.
Absolutely.
That only extends to as far as our prosthesis will allow us. We're working with shit. We're gonna suffer.
So my name is Adrienne Haslett Davis. I'm a below knee amputee as a result of the on my left leg as a result of the Boston Marathon bombings, and that's where I lost my left leg. I'm a professional ballroom dancer and have been dancing my entire life. I'm a professional ballroom dancer from even before the marathon, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, had a day off, went to the marathon and lost my leg, and now I'm continuing to dance and compete and perform again.
What does it mean for you to be here, to show your support of all these amputees that are here in opposition of these proposed Medicare changes?
It's incredibly important for me to be here. I'm part of this amputee community, and I'm learning so much from them, and needed their support and needed their help and guidance when this happened to me. And I had so many peer visitors, so many supporters. I met you through some of the conferences, and it means a lot for me to be able to give back and to rally. So many people rallied around Boston. It's time for all of us to rally around the 2 million amputees in America.
God bless you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
So you're gonna show us a little dance step or something?
A little dance step? I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. What can you show us?
I don't know. What can I do? I'll do a cha-cha.
There you go. Look at you. She can show me some moves if she wants to.
No, he's in Tampa at the They realized from the tone of their voice and the things that they heard, they realized that there's a problem and they're going to work on it. And we will, but the fight just starts. The fight only is just begun. This is a great way to come together as consumers, as professionals, to make real change happen. We know that prosthetics are rehabilitative in nature, and we're not going to let them take our legs away. This is just the start. Thank you, everybody.
Legs are not a luxury. Legs are not a luxury. They are a necessity. They are a necessity. Legs are not a luxury.